It's a chance for Rovers to get the ball into the box. Ken O'Mahon going forward, as is Craig Civez. So it's taken quickly, and it's well done by Stephen O'Donnell. And a chance for a great ball in. Oh, but it's well cleared and only out for a Rovers throw in. Really quick thinking there between Pat Sullivan and Stephen O'Donnell. And the ball's back here with Ronan Finn. Ronan Finn, great ball in. Oh, the keeper comes well and attacks it. Oh, Stephen O'Donnell can get onto that, and he's done well. But the ball's going to break, and Stephen O'Donnell just going to get there as Ronan Finn comes across. And Ronan needs to be strong here. And he's done well, Ronan Finn. And Ronan Finn comes away with the ball. Well done, Ronan Finn. And Stevens finds Stephen O'Donnell. O'Donnell across to Sullivan. That's not a great ball. He's forced to go back to Alamanis. And Alamanis could just get it out here to Craig Civez. Great work there by Ronan Finn. Tracking back. And finds Billy. Billy finds Enda Stevens. And plays the high ball forward again, looking towards Gary Twigg. Twigg's beaten in the air. Oh, but a little flick on there is enough to take it away from Finn. Stephen O'Donnell can get onto it, but he's under pressure. And Civez comes across. And Enda Stevens wins that and finds Chris Turner. Turner plays the ball over his head. A referee! And gets Billy Dennehy away. Billy under pressure now, but he's done well. And he gets a decent ball in, but it's cleared. And well done, Chris Turner. Finds Enda Stevens. Stevens to Billy. Billy under pressure here. Oh, it looks to play the nuts, but it doesn't work. It comes to Alaka, who plays it forward, but only as far as Craig Civez, who can get it here to Pat Sullivan. Sullivan looking for Gary Twigg. Twigg can't get the flick on. Billy Denny can get on that, and that's going to be a goal kick. It was good work there by Billy Denny. It looks like he was going to get the goal side, but it was a foot came in. And the ball came off came off Billy, and out for a goal kick to Flora Talon. So they take it short there, and it goes back to Peddock, who goes long. One in the air by Craig Civez. Played forward again, but a great and this will get it. Come to Chris Turner, and Chris Turner's away down the left here. And he's done well, and he's got inside. And he's done well, Chris Turner. Oh, the ball jumped up and bounced off Gary Twigg. Great work by Chris Turner. Took the ball by two players, played the ball into the box. I think it hit a divot, or it either hit a Florida Talon player's foot, but it popped up and just hit Gary Twigg in the chest. There was nothing really he could do there. But great work by Chris Turner. That's more like it from Rovers again. Starting to get settled again, do things simple. And put Flora Talon under pressure. But Talon in no hurry to do this here, as Garrett Cams comes forward to take his throw in. And finds Alenki, whose first touch is poor. Dean Kelly lets that roll by his body, but he's done well, Dean Kelly. And he looks for the run at Gary Twigg. And that's going to come to Gary Twigg here. A mistake, and it's Gary Twigg. And he shoots his left, and another great save by Paddock. Great work by Gary Twigg, and absolutely smashed the shot with his left foot. The Paddock had the palm away. So that's 3 good saves they pulled out of Paddock so far. Twigg had no really right to get to that. There was a mix-up between the two full-backs. He forced Twiggy wide onto his left. He smacked it on his left, and it was batted down, but only out for the corner. And this goes long this time. And Turner attacking it at the back post. And it comes off the head of Barron off as far as I could see, and that's a Rovers throw in. And Enda Stevens going to tell Stephen O'Donnell to hold back in here as he pushes forward to take this throw in. Ken O'Mahon going to go back. Enda needs an option here. Chris Turner looks like one there, but he has Billy. And Billy looks to come inside. Never going to work, Billy. The clearance isn't great. And it'll come here to Chris Turner. Turner can get a touch and get it to Stevens. Stevens had to play the ball first time. Great touch by Turner. Oh, he just couldn't control it. And he gets a foot in there. Finds Chris Turner. Turner can go back here to Ken O'Mahon. Ken O'Mahon kind of looked to go long, but finds Enda Stevens, who has Billy in front of him. Billy gets end again, and that space opens up in behind, and Roland Finn had moved into that space beautifully as O'Mahon finds O'Donnell in midfield. O'Donnell back to Craig Civez. Civez brings the ball forward, but nothing opens up in front of him, so he goes to Sully. And Sully looked to play it. And Billy's in there! And off the line! Oh! The ball went over the head of Gary Twigg. And more hesitation in the Florida Talon box. Billy just lifted it over the goalkeeper, but great covering by the full back to nick it away. And it's only a Rovers throw in, which Ed Stevens takes and gets it back from Billy Dennehy. Does well, gets it back to Billy. Billy's a chance to put the ball in here. And it's a decent ball in. Gary Twigg, it's come to the end. It'll come to Sully, the edge of the box. Sully on his back. Oh, just over the bar from Pat Sullivan. Absolutely booming shot, broke at the edge of the box. Every right to have a go from there, but just too hard, too high, and it's out for a Florida Town. So Rovers regrouped after that little. I said it was like a little. They just stopped playing for a few minutes, stopped doing the simple things. They're absolutely back into this. So it's going to be a Florida Talon goal kick here. And once again, it's coming down towards Greg Sives, who wins that, flicked forward by Ronan Finn. Oh, and it was knocked back there by Palacio to his goalkeeper. Gary Twigg was lurking with a 10, but Palacio would put just enough on it to get it back to Paddock, who looked to clear this long. Once again, looking towards Aliku, who's beaten in the air by Craig Swykenna-Mann. And out for Florida Talon. Throw in just in front of their own dugout here. And it is Gerd Camps, the right full, who'll take it. One there by Enda Stevens, played forward, but it'll only come to Billy. Billy's touch, it's just overhit, and Ronan Finn can't control it. It goes back in here to Baranoff, who looks for Jorgensen. Jorgensen looks to play a through ball. It's cut out by Sives, but wasn't the best of clearances by Sives. And Lutz can come away here, and he's got inside, but his first touch is heavy, and that's a penalty. And it's a penalty to Florida Talon. It didn't look like there was anything really in it, but Sives put his foot in. And this is after all Rovers dominance, this is a real big break for Florida Talon. And I think it's going to be Valerie Minkinen who's going to take this. So a big moment here in the tie. If up to Alan Manus to do something here for Rovers. And a call and the noise builds up, and it's milling up. And he misses! Alan Manus saves it! Saved by Alan Manus! It was a poor penalty, but Manus did everything he needed to do, and the penalty's missed. And a big let off there for Rovers, big let off. That is a big let off for Rovers. Manus guessed. It wasn't a great penalty, but Manus still had to guess right into it. As Sives comes back to Alan Manus by Pat Sullivan. And we're back on. It's Enda Stevens who finds Chris Turner in midfield. Turner under pressure, loses out, but Finn can win and nip that. And O'Donnell can find Pat Sullivan. Pat Sullivan looks to get Dean Kelly away. Dean's first touch is great, but the fullback's able to get a touch in there. But it's played again here for Kelly. Kelly under pressure, loses out. And the ball was run out of play there by Baranoff. And it's a Rovers throw in. And played forward to Dean Kelly. Referee waves play on, and Ronan Finn's in here, and if he can pull up, he blocks the play back. Gary Twigg must be, yeah! 1-0 Shamrock Rovers. Chris Turner, 1-0 Rovers. And so close after the vital penalty save. Great work by Dean. Dean Kelly was fouled. The referee waved play on. The ball was played across the box for Ronan Finn. Keeper got a hand to it. There's a bit of a scramble, but there at the back post is Chris Turner to hammer it home from short distance. Shamrock Rovers 1, FC Flora Talon 0. So it's a Rovers throw in here on the halfway line. And it's thrown in fin here to Dean Kelly. Dean Kelly looks like it around, and it's been touched on the ground, but well done by the linesman there. So it's a free in here to Rovers. Very dangerous position. It's going to be Billy Dennehy across to take this. Ken O'Man and Craig Sivas, man forward. Great ball in. Oh, and Craig Sivas, it comes to Roland Finn, the edge of the box. Finn forced wide, but gets the ball back in. Offside! Dean Kelly was offside, so close to 2-0 there for Rovers. Great ball in, but Kelly was just offside. Is that doing something, or?
Yeah, no, I just paused it, like it's going grand.
Shut up, singing about balls, for fuck's sake. So Alan comes out and safety first puts it out for throw into Flora Talon. About halfway inside the Rovers half. Garda Tom looking very happy with Rovers 1-0 up there. Off on his holidays again this week. As they take it there, and it comes into Anye. Beaten in midfield, won by Chris Turner. Turner's away here, and he can get it out to Billy Dennehy. Billy Dennehy. He's going to have a run at a really good run at Gareth Cams there. First Cams to put it out for the throw in, which Enda Stevens is forward to take. Jesus, get me breath. So it's Stevens with the throw in. Back from Dennehy to Stevens. Stevens going to have a run here himself, and he's gone inside. And he's going to have a dig. There wasn't much power in it, but it was screamed off that surface, and Paddock had to get down to it and nearly squirmed out of his body there, but he did well to hang on to it at the second attempt. And he's going to clear line once again, looking for counter hits. Knocked forward by Sivas. Twig was in an offside position. It was cleared forward now, won by Pat Sullivan. Dealt towards Dane Kelly. Kelly beaten in the air, and a great little touch there by but Stephen O'Donnell can win this and finds Roland Finn. Roland Finn going to have a run here at Jorgensen, and he's got outside him, and it's come off Jorgensen and out for the Roberts throw in. Good work there by Roland Finn, and I think he's going to wait for Pat Sullivan to come forward and take this throw in. I don't have a Tala accent, for fuck's sake. I'm a Northside boy. And it's Roland Finn away here, but the ball has gone out of play. Not that there's anything wrong with having a Tala accent, I just don't have one. So it's going to be Paddock here with the goal kick. And it goes straight out of play for a Rovers throw in. Taken by Pat Sullivan. Finds Gary Twig. Twig flicks it inside for Dean Kelly. And Dean Kelly picks out the on-rushing end of Stevens, who plays the ball out here to Billy Dennehy. Dennehy faced by Cams here again. And he's got Boy and foot in there. And it's a corner to Rovers, which I think Dean Kelly's going to come across here to take. So it's Kelly here with the corner kick. Bit of a hush that sounds over Tallaght. Great ball in. Oh, and it's attacked by Ken O'Mann at the near post, but he can't direct it on target. And it was a decent header by Ken O'Mann, but he just couldn't wrap his head around it and get it back on target.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep thinking of broken stuff. It's terrible. Well, I obviously haven't.
It's a bit dodgy to say.
Stuff keeps happening that I think I've done, but I obviously haven't. As Peddock takes his goal kick. It's over the head of Ken O'Mann, but Craig Silva's there to knock it forward. Flicked on by Chris Turner, but one in the midfield. But the header's poor, and it will come again to Chris Turner. And Chris Turner bursts forward, and he fed Billy away down the left. And Billy with a chance to get the ball in, but it's blocked down. And but Billy's won it back. Well done, Billy Dennehy. And he's found Enda. A great ball in by Enda. Gary Twiggs rolled in his chest. Turner, oh, and just wide, couldn't get it on target. Good work between Dennehy and Stevens out here. They put the ball in, and it was chested down by Gary Twigg, but Chris Turner just couldn't get a shot on target. As I break stuff again.
That's still going around.
Grand, we're working on it, alright. So it's a goal kick here to be taken by Stanislav Peddock. Won by Craig Silves brilliantly, but a dive to have come into the back of Sim Lutz there, just in the centre circle. The referee gives a free kick. Michael O'Neill having a word with the fourth official, who doesn't look like he's going to take that sort of stuff, but he's all right. Just a quiet word. So chance now for, I think it's Carl Palazzo to put this ball forward. And it's a high ball towards the back post. Sullivan's beaten in the air, but Ken O'Mann was being fouled. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was Jorgensen who was fouling Craig Silves. As Ken O'Mann takes Manus takes the free kick quickly and gets back under play. O'Mann to Stevens. Stevens switched the point of play again to Craig Silves. Craig Silves back in here to Ken O'Mann. Rovers moving the ball well around the back again here. And it's Silves. Silves finds Stevie O'Donnell. Stevie O'Donnell has looks for the run of Gary Twigg. And Gary Twigg was judged to be a foul in Palazzo there. It was a decent ball by Stevie O'Donnell, but Palazzo was strong on the ball and forced Twigg maybe to put his hand up, and the referee saw that as pullback, and he's given a free out, which the goalkeeper will take there just from the edge of the box. So, ball played forward again, won by Pat Sullivan, and he was being fouled there by Sim Lutz, and it's going to be a Rovers free kick. No, it's actually, what's he given? Oh, it is just a throw in. It came off Sim Lutz. So it's going to be Pat Sullivan with the throw in, flick down to Dean Kelly. Kelly throws on its chest, looks to play the ball into Gary Twigg. It's cleared there by Palazzo, but Silves missed it. Ken O'Mann is behind him to clear, puts it out for a Flora Talent throw in just on the halfway line in front of the east stand. It's Marcus Jorgensen who's across to take it with a bit of help from Hilperman. Played forward, flicked on, well won by Pat Sullivan. But back to Jorgensen. Jorgensen's header can only find O'Donnell, who finds Turner. Turner under pressure can get the ball back here to Ken O'Mann, who was Enda Stevens outside him. And looks for Gary Twigg. No, it was a poor ball. Both of them left it. And the ball's play comes here to Alaku, who's looked to get inside Enda. Dive as that comes in here. A chance now for Alaku to get away. But well done, Enda Stevens finds Billy Dennehy, and Dennehy's first time ball for Gary Twigg, and Gary Twigg is onside. He's very isolated up there in his own. He has to hold the ball up, and Enda Stevens is forced forward. Needs to wait for a man to come back into the box. That's a great ball in. Turner, oh, he was up well, but I think he just got up a bit too early and couldn't get any meat on it, and it's kind of skimmed off the top of his head and sent wide, and he's going to hurt himself as he fell there. So we're going to be a bit more attention for Chris Turner.
Yeah. we should invite Stephen McGuinness to more games. Seems to work quite well when he's here.
So it's going to be Paddock with the goal kicker. It's Palado here looking for a long won by Craig Civez. Oh, sorry, Ken O'Man. Back to Craig Civez. Civez could just knock it back to Alan Manis, who can play it short to Craig, who can just come across here to Ken O'Man. O'Man steps inside and puts it back across to Civez. Civez, bit of space opens up for him here. Comes Pat Sullivan. Pat Sullivan down the line for Dean Kelly. And Dean Kelly has done well to recover there. Oh, and he looked to play the ball inside to Gary Twigg, but Twigg had, as he played, he lost the ball there, Kelly, and won it back. But Twigg was coming back from an offside position as he knocked it forward. So Twigg couldn't go for it, and it's just going to end up back in the arms of Stanislav Paddock. So once again, the long ball forward, brilliantly won by Ken O'Man. Knocked forward there by Ronan Finn towards Gary Twigg. Gary Twigg wins, and it comes to Ronan Finn in midfield, and the ball breaks, and it's a good tackle, a really good tackle there. It was a tackle from behind, but he managed to get his foot around and win the ball, and that's a nice little 1-2 there. Stephen, oh no! There was originally a foul, I think, there by Craig Civez on Blegarashvili. I hope I pronounced that right. He wriggled away from that one, and then Stephen O'Donnell put his foot in and came it back, and the referee pulled it back for the free kick. And as far as I know, Flora Talon have a decent free kick taker, and it looks like someone's going to have a dig from here. And it needs to get his wall lined up correctly. It's Lutz and Cam standing over, and it's Cam's. And Alan Manis down at his near post to touch it away. Well done, Alan Manis. It was a decent free kick as the whistle blows for the end of the first half. Rovers have, well, maybe a little bit. They started really, really well, Rovers. A couple of good chances. They then kind of, as I said, they kind of lost their concentration a little bit. Gave away some stupid possession, kind of simple passes, lack of communication. Allowed Florida Talon get back into the game. And on the back of that, Florida Talon won themselves a penalty, which Alan Manis saved. And actually a couple of minutes later, as the ball came in, Chris Turner swept it home to make it 1-0 to Rovers. And it's pretty much been all Rovers since then. Alan Manis pulling off a decent save there at the end just to tip the ball around the corner from the free kick. But other than that, like Rovers, as someone said there, Rovers could be 2 or 3-0 up here. Hopefully they can come out in the second half and up their performance again. And hopefully we'll see another couple of goals in the second half. So I'll see you for the second half. Thanks, bye-bye.
Thanks for that answer.
I was watching one of those, the best of Danny Dyer's hard men last night. It was the funniest thing I have ever seen.
Some of the films are hilarious.
Brilliant.
See some of these films. You ever seen the one, I can't think of the name of it, the one where it's so stupid, it's not bad, it's good. The one where they go on the stags to a village and it's full of vampires. Zombies. It's fucking ridiculous. It's great though.
I have to go get a drink.
Yeah, no, you go on. Yeah, chill out in the chat room there, lads.
Please give a huge welcome to the new WBF Featherweight Champion of the World, Patrick.
Yeah, as Osborne was just saying, what is about rovers and boxers? Anyway, another champion on the pitch. I'm just going to pan out the camera as I'm trying to do about 3 things at once, as usual at half time. So let's see what's been happening in the chat room, other than a few Muppets that needed to be banned. Don't know what people are saying about the Estonian supporters. I'd a guess about 25 of them here just filed up into the stand just to the left of us. Certainly making good voice. And we'll certainly be trying to have a pint or two with them later on, and we look forward to seeing more of you rather, in Estonia next week. Someone saying yes, there is a few hundred hoops travelling over, so we'll certainly be there for a couple of days anyway, and we look forward to meeting up with some of the FC Florida Talon fans. Streams are a bit dodgy tonight. I don't really know what's going on. I'm not seeing any errors on our end or any problems, but I haven't been able to connect to it on the phone either a couple of times. Best I can say is just keep retrying. And if someone wants to put up the link to the Ustream bit, the ustream.tv/channel/Airtricity-League-2011 in the Ultras forum, that might be better than the SRFC TV. Yeah, some people seems to just work. Others were complaining on the Rovers Twitter stream that was problems. So Florida Talon, we only won one Champion League game before. That's more than us. So it's Shamrock Rovers' first Champions League game. We're in, of course, the UEFA Cup, the previous competition. Since we haven't been league champions for quite a while, since the 93-94 season was the last time Rovers won the league in Ireland, and have never won a Champions League UEFA Cup game. What's the last Irish team to win a Champions League tie? Bow was at home last year. Where they went, I think it was 1-0 in Dalymount against TNS of Wales. And then the replay was the night most of us flew into Tel Aviv for our Europa League second half, and yeah, there was a couple of glasses and Welsh chants raised in Tel Aviv that night. Quite quite honestly, most of it in disbelief. We just, you're always happy to see Bohs lose, I suppose, but we just didn't think for a minute that Bohs would lose in Wales, and certainly not by that score. No, Bohs went out at that stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the 15A game, the Shamrock Rovers under the 15s.
So Rovers under 15s on the pitch. Sorry, I wasn't listening to Buzz. I don't know what cup they won, but that's them anyway. Back in a minute, folks. Just need to change batteries in another camera, so we'll just leave you with the 4 in a row team, the last team to play in this competition.
The next warm up, his namesake, Nick Bourne. The one and only Kevin Brady. Choco McDonough. We have a runaway medal, Steve Dunn. Anto William. He's only changed for 25 years. Liam Buckley. And returning to us all the way from the United States today, it's great to see him. Owen Monaghan. Just that postman himself, John Cody. The silver, the fabulous Nick Neville. Robbie Horgan. A hard pass master in the class, a hard pass master on the pitch. Terry Ellison.
Terry Everston. Bit of trivia for Robbie Horgan, the only player to have played competitive games in Tallaght Stadium and Milltown. Pedro Eccles still manages to get a standing ovation from the Rovers crowd all these years on.
And we are truly honored to have this man here tonight from the coaching staff. Giddy Lowe!
Tommy Cannon in out there to the right.
What's Tommy Cannon doing out there on the right? That might be Terry Everston. Where can you see the match? Here, hopefully, if things keep working. If you do have problems, just keep reloading. That's all I can really say to you. Yeah. Generations. Okay, so teams back out on the pitch. I still can't manage to get a display on my end, but I'm not seeing anything coming out on the server end. So I'll hope just knock a message out there if there's any issues. And I'll hand you back to Dunster, and we'll get the second half underway.
Second half, get handed a wagon wheel. Absolutely brilliant. So we're back on here. Just one substitution. Number 49, Zachariah Bagalashvili has gone off, and on comes number 7, Andre Herem. As a back pass there, Billy Denny was closing it down, but goalkeeper Paddock was out to close it down. That's just being handed a wagon wheel. Absolutely brilliant. You only ever got wagon wheels of football. It's great. As Pat Sullivan takes throw it down towards Dean Kelly, finds Gary Twigg instead. Twigg holds the ball up and gets it over the head to Dean Kelly, and Dean Kelly's away down the right here. This ball in, Billy Dennehy. But it wouldn't come to it. Only going to come here to Pat Sullivan. Sullivan's first touch is great. Force wide to Dean Kelly, but he loses out here, and a chance now for Talent to come away. But the ball was played forward there by number 14, Anieri, looking for the substitute, Herem. But Herem had checked his run, and there's another Talent player gone down injured there. So after making a substitution so quickly, it looks like they might have to make a second one here. It doesn't look too smart over there. So we're going to have another little play there. I'll use me wagon wheel as a paperweight there. Good stuff. So that's been all go here tonight. Most of the Rovers 4 in a row side that played against Celtic in 1986 are here. A few of the team that played Man United in 1956 or 57 wasn't. So I know Liam Hennessy was here. Liam Hennessy, I think, scored a goal in the return leg at Old Trafford. Maxi McCann got the first one that night. He became the first Irish player to score a goal in Europe. Maxi still going strong, knocking about. And we're back on here as the ball clouds forward to Gary Twigg. Gary Twigg controls it. Under pressure, knocked away, but only as far as Pat Sullivan. Sullivan's first touch is great, and he cuts inside beautifully. And he finds Gary Twigg tried to play a little flick, maybe a simpler ball might have been on, and it's come forward here to Civez. Civez under pressure. Knocks it back to Alan Manus. Manus being closed down quickly. Needs to get that away and does to Craig Civez. Everyone. And it's Enda here. And plays the ball forward. So it's out for a throw in here. Decent length on it, down towards the substitute who comes inside, but Stephen O'Donnell can get a foot in there and knock it back to Civez. Civez just drags the ball back. Knocks it out here to Ken O'Man. Ken O'Man looking for Gary Twig. And it goes over the head of Twig, and Dean Kelly can puts Baranoff under pressure. Baranoff can only knock it out for a Rovers throw in. Right down there, the corner flag. And the Stevens forward to take this. Finds Billy Dennehy. Billy makes it very hard for Enda. It's knocked forward, and O'Man loses out there. And there's a chance for a talent to break here, but good work to hold up Anier there. And Anier forced all the way back to his centre half, who goes long. Won by Craig Civez. Finds Stephen O'Donnell. O'Donnell touch for Turner. Turner finds Dennehy. Dennehy into O'Donnell. Oh, and that's a heavy tackle on Stephen O'Donnell there. And Stevie is alright. And gets it off quickly here to Pat Sullivan. Pat Sullivan has Ronan Finn inside him. Looks for Chris Turner instead, but it won't make Chris Turner. But Dean Kelly can nip in there and win that, but the ball breaks away. Good work by Rovers to win it back. It's Ronan Finn. Finds Billy Dennehy. Dennehy shot. No, Billy opens it up on his left. Ronan Finn, I got by him that time, and if he laid it into him there, he was through, Finn. But snapped and had a shot. So back here with Paddock, who goes long. It's flicked on there, but Stephen O'Donnell can nip in and win that. But well done, Stephen O'Donnell comes to find Ronan Finn. Finn finds Chris Turner, and Turner can push right on here, and this is what we want to see from Chris Turner. Lays it out to Billy Dennehy. Billy Dennehy has got inside, and he got a ball in. Oh, he tried to pull it to the edge of the box. It's still there, and he dived. It was pulled back by Billy Dennehy. Everyone stopped, and as Dean Kelly went to retrieve it, the full back just ran right across him, and caught by Dean Kelly, and that would be a free out. But more good work there by Rovers. Strong battle in midfield with Turner, Phil, and O'Donnell, and that's what we want to see from Chris Turner, getting on the ball, bursting forward. He played the ball out to Dennehy, who got inside, but as he pulled the ball back, it was poor, and resulted in this free out, which comes down towards Pat Sullivan, and he wins it well, flicked on by Ronan Finn. Gary Twig can get in and win that. It's Dean Kelly now, under pressure, gets it forward. But a foul there by Dean Kelly, and a free to Florence Allen right here on the halfway line. Foul on Jorgensen, and it's number 22 here, Baranoff, who takes it. It goes back straight away. Comes into the midfield here, played forward, and well won by Stevie O'Donnell, and Chris Turner can get away. Turner was caught there, and well done again, Chris Turner. Stephen O'Donnell once again on the ball quickly, looking to get it taken, but going to take his time this time. Looks to switch it across here to Dean Kelly, and that's a poor ball, but it's might only go. And well done, Gary Twig, and it goes out for a goal kick. Lack of communication there between O'Donnell and Kelly. I think O'Donnell thought Kelly was going to make that run, and he didn't. But Twig did well, closed it down, but just it was able to just be shepherded out there. So the ball played forward here. Chance now for Ronan Finn, and the cross is blocked down, and it's a corner to Rovers. It's taken quickly again. Ronan Finn here. Oh, well done. And Ronan Finn's into the box here, and Finn looks to get a shot away but can't. Just too many bodies there, and it needs to be awake here. And it's a decent ball up the line there. And well done. Stephen O'Donnell just gets his body in front there and gets it back to Sullivan. Sullivan back to Manus. Manus needs to go long here. Finds Chris Turner in midfield. Turner controls it. Finds Ronan Finn. Ronan Finn is away here now. Being pulled back, and that has to be a yellow card, referee. So the foul there on Ronan Finn. And Stevie O'Donnell here standing over this again. Billy Denny here on the right hand side, gonna have a run. He's got 3 Florida Talent players for company, but he does well to get a ball in. Gary Twigg attacking it, but it's well won there, and comes to the edge of the box here now, and it's just flicked there for number 9, who is Alico. Goes back to Cams. Cams goes long, looking for the run of Anier. Well won by Craig Civez. Leaves it to Stephen O'Donnell, who finds Ronan Finn, who finds Civez. Has Pat Sullivan outside him. Good play by Rovers. And a bit of space opens up here for Pat Sullivan. Needs an option. Has to go back. You needed that option just in midfield, just to get in there just a little bit quicker. It was all closed down by the time you got there, but it's down to Stevens here. Goes back to Craig Civez. Civez to Oman to Civez. Civez leaves it for Pat Sullivan. Sullivan to Ken Oman. Robert's been very patient here. Need a bit of movement in midfield. Finds so the ball comes.
Still in the frame.
All the people who complain about us hoofing it are now complaining because we're passing it. Sake, can't win. And the ball played forward, and that's well kept in play there, and a decent ball, but under pressure. Oh, Finn just falls over there. Did well there, Jorgensen. Stephen O'Donnell coming across to help here. Little 1-2, but Jorgensen's touch is poor. Oh, that's a poor ball by Craig Civez. He didn't look. And Talon get a chance to break away here now down the right hand side. If he can get a decent ball in, they've got men in the box. Kind of falls over the ball a little bit, looks to take on Stevens, and it broke to the edge of the box here, and everyone left it. Oh, great block down by Awake, and the ball knocked forward here. So a little bit of pressure from Talon as Dean Kelly pushes it on. Looks for the ball over the top. O'Donnell's beating it here, and Talon just seem to be getting men over here, but there's enough Rovers players back there. But it goes out for the throw in here, which Jorgensen will take. No, and that's not going to go out of play, and that's a decent ball, but it's over the top, and someone needs to give Dean Kelly a shout. Dean Kelly's under pressure and goes long looking for Gary Twigg. That's a decent ball. It's the only, so it's knocked back here to the keeper under pressure, but he does really, really well. So Rovers have sat back a little bit here now and looks for the ball over the top, and they've men over there, and that's a decent ball in, but it come right through to the back post to Lutz, and Lutz with a chance to get the ball in. It comes down. See, that's the 4-3-3.
That's the 4-3-3 catching you.
Yeah.
Pushing up. Yeah, that's it.
So good little spell of pressure here for Florida Talon. We're Rovers playing that 4-3-3. They were able to get the overlap away down the right there. But Rovers are getting men back, but there just seems to be no one seems to be taking a responsibility at the back there for making the call and getting rid of the ball when the ball's in those areas. So it's a chance now for Talon to get a decent ball into the box. The run to the near post is not tracked, and Alan Mann has come to collect this. So Alan should take your time.
Was it really necessary to check his heartbeat? Was it really?
So another little break in play here. Craig Civez is going to come across and take some water. So Yeah, and they look kind of worried down here. What? Yeah, he won't be gingerly getting to his feet now. So, now his legs are moving anyway. He seems to be all right now. Probably just winded.
His legs are moving. He seems to be all right.
It's number 16, Jorgensen. But just being walked behind the goal, I think he's going to be all right. So, Talon sportingly throw the ball back, and Alamanis keeps it in play. So Talon down to 10 men for the next couple of minutes. Or they don't seem to be warming substitutes up, or they are yet. So it's Ronan Finn. Ball pops up on him, but he can get it back here to Craig Civez. Civez to Ken O'Man, who's very deep there, but he finds Enda Stevens got a bit of space in front of him. Needs to get the ball forward. Looks at the run of Gary Twig. Gary never going to get that, Gary. He's done. So, Jorgensen seems to be all right, making his way back round. Getting a bit of stick from the east stand. As Paddock lines up this goal kick.
Wasted 3 minutes. 3.5 minutes, that's right.
3.5 minutes where they were actually not too bad.
So, ball played forward, won by Ken O'Man. Drops into midfield. Good call out by Craig Civez, but the ball breaks here to the substitute. And Sully gets a great foot across and finds Dean Kelly. No, Dean Kelly forced backwards to Sullivan. Oh, and that's... So once again, Rovers have gone into self-destruct mode again. But they break here now with Dean Kelly. Dean Kelly finds Billy Denny. A chance for Denny to have a run at Cams now. And he's got inside Cams and he's done well. Put it back. It's blocked down by Turner. He couldn't get a proper touch on it. But O'Donnell's header here finds Enda Stevens. Enda Stevens comes back to Ken O'Man. Ken O'Man plays the ball into Gary Twig. Twig gets a touch on it. There's two. No! It broke to Finn and Kelly, who were at the edge of the box there. And it was obviously Kelly who gave the call, but as the ball popped up, he couldn't get his foot over it, and his volley flew over the bar. So, cleared forward there by Paddock. Won by Ken O'Man. Drops back to Enda Stevens here. Stevens plays the ball over the top for Gary Twig to get onto, but the ball is coming up that surface and the clearance comes off Gary Twig and out for a throw into Flora Talon. So second half really hasn't got going. Can hear. I said Talon have got into the game a little bit more in the second half, but once again it's mainly been down to Rovers' mistakes rather than anything they're really creating themselves. As a little flick there goes out of play for a Rovers throw in, just inside the Flora Talon half. It's Enda Stevens across to take it, looking for some movement, finds it with Turner, who can just flick it on here to Ronan Finn, who should be out there. It's it's flicked on, and it'll come here to Billy Denny, who's inside the box but forced away from it. And he needs support here, Denny. Oh, but he goes back to Enda Stevens, who's forced back, but Enda does really well, and he's turned away, and Enda's going to have a little run here, and he looks to play a little ball over the top. It's blocked down, and now for a Rovers throw in. Better by Enda Stevens. He's been a bit inclined to play the long ball, but we all know when he gets on the ball he can run at people. He is dangerous, so much better to see him this time around. So back here to Enda. Enda gets the ball down the line to Billy. Billy under pressure. No. Played the ball through the legs of the full back and got checked as he did it. He thought it was a free kick. Referee didn't. Really well done by Ken O'Man. but puts a little bit of pressure on Civez. But as Billy jumps and breaks that, the ball breaks in midfield here. And a good tackle by Andy Stevens to put the ball out for a Florida Talent throw in. It's Stephen O'Donnell here. Gary Twig can get to that, and he's done well, Gary Twig. And Dean Kelly plays the ball first time for Turner. And Turner's... Oh, no! Chris Turner was just too strong there. He was just stronger than the full-back. The referee saws that as a free kick. And the Estonian player just goes down underneath that. Number 19 there, it's Gerd Calms has gone down. I think he may have been shot or stood on a landmine, one or the other. But Chris Turner was just too strong for him there. And the two of them were going 50-50 for the ball. Turner got the shoulder there first. Came away with the ball, and the referee saw that as a free kick. So the John's ambulance are back on again. John's walked off. They seem to be walking over to... The John's ambulance people were halfway across the pitch before they realised that Cams was already up and on the touchline. So game's gonna restart here with a free out to Florida Talon. And it's driven low. With Dean Kelly's flick isn't great, but Pat Sullivan get it back to Alamanis. Alamanis clears long towards Dean Kelly. Dean Kelly's first touch is great, and he's done well. He's under a bit of pressure now. The touch forward just comes to Pat Sullivan. Pat Sullivan looking for Gary Twig, but it's not on target. And Chris Turner can break here now. Once again, it's Chris Turner who's going to run at the heart of this Talon defence, and he looks to play the ball across, but it was a poor pass. And Talon can just break away here now. And they've got numbers break away, but well done, Rowan and Finn. Just broken down the pace of it. And good pressure there by the Rovers. And forces Palatu just to play the ball out for the Rovers throw in. So really good work to the Rovers. And it looked the way Talon could break away there. Good pressure in the midfield. And the ball went back to Palatu, who was... So Stevens is taking the... He's taking the throw in, but I think the Talon player was interfering with play. Comes here to Stevens, who tries to play it down the line for Billy Dennehy. So the ball played forward, flicked on, but won there by Craig Civez, and it'll go out to throw. Gerandre Herem, who was challenging there. So throw in just about halfway, just inside the Rovers half here.
There's the 2000.
So even though they're behind here, I think Talon, they're not rushing at here, as Stephen O'Donnell nicks in and wins that and finds Chris Turner, who's under pressure here. Talk to him. Gets the ball back to Alamanis, who clears long down towards Dean Kelly. Dean Kelly jumps and wins that and finds Gary Twig. A bit of hesitancy from the defender, and he's inside Gary Twig. And no, Twiggy. He did well there, Gary Twig, but he was falling back as he hit that. So more good work there by Dean Kelly. Won the header. More hesitancy in the Talon defence. He looked like he could have went and won that, but he left it, and Twig was able to get onto it. He cut inside, but he was falling back as he hit it on his left, and it ended up going flying high and wide. So it's a goal kick here to Florida Talon. Coming out towards Craig Civez, who wins that superbly, and Finn putting the defender under pressure. Chris Turner could nip in and win that, but it breaks in midfield. Oh, well done. Flicked on by the substitute, and Oman's in trouble here. And Oman able to get a foot and get it back to Alamanis, who scuffs his clearance, and it's out for a Florida Talent throw in. But it's halfway inside the Rovers half. Rovers need to be away. Come on, onto that. Look, talk. Give the ball back. Fucking idiots. They're the ones wasting time, and our fans are keeping the ball. obviously don't. But you know, they're the ones wasting time, and then our fans are keeping the ball. For fuck's sake. So, the ball played forward now. Cleared out by Ken O'Man. Right out for Flora Talon throw in. Played forward. Chance here now for Talon to break. Under pressure. Oh, great work. But it'll come here to Milenikov at the edge of the box. Great work by Stevie O'Donnell. And he gets the ball forward for Gary Twigg. And it's 1-on-1 here between the full. Well done by Baranoff to get the ball away. But he'll only find Stephen O'Donnell, who can find Dean Kelly. And a lovely little touch on by Dean Kelly for Pat Sullivan. And Pat Sullivan is forced back. He needs an option here. It was a decent idea, but it wasn't ready. Instead of going inside, he looked to get the ball forward, but it ended up going straight through to Peddock in the goal. So it looks like we're going to have another Flora Talon substitution as Stephen O'Donnell locks the ball to Chris Turner, who finds Dean Kelly. Dean Kelly muscle out of it, comes back here to Jorgensen. Jorgensen to Lutz. All the way back here to Jorgensen. Good pressure here by Rovers, forcing Talon back. And it's Jorgensen here. Sibes plays the ball down the line beautifully to Kelly, who's under pressure and loses out. And he was judged to have fouled Heron there. And we're going to have another substitution here. It's the number 9, Alaku, coming off. So it's Matichev on for Alaku, and we're going to have a Robert substitution here as well. It's Chris Turner who's going to come off, and Conor McCormick going to come on. So pretty much a like-for-like substitution there. McCormick may be slightly more defensive than Turner, but another player who likes to put his boot in and quick into the tackle, but he can play a bit of ball as well, Conor McCormick. So not tactically too much of a change there, as Jorgensen looks to punt this free kick forward just in front of us here, and that's going to go decent ball in, but Alan Manis watches the flight of it perfectly and gets it to Dean Kelly. Oh no, Dean Kelly didn't look, but Conor McCormick can nick in and win that. And finds Dean Kelly, and Kelly's away here down the right hand side. And a chance for Rovers to break here, get into the box for him. And Kelly finds Ronan Finn here on the right. A chance for Ronan Finn to put a ball in. Gary Twigg! No way! And Billy then, he was being pulled down to the back post, waved down by the referee. It was a good ball in by Ronan Finn, but Talon can break away here now. Looks forward, but it's a poor ball. Only finds Stephen O'Donnell, who's forced backwards. And Donald has to go all the way back to Manis, who's under a little bit of pressure here. But hooks it again. And finds Lutz here. Lutz under pressure from Ronan Finn and Conor McCormick. The ball comes off Lutz, and it's a Rovers throw in. So more unforced errors there from Rovers, allowing Talon into this. And it's going to be a Rovers throw in. As I said, when the challenge went in there from Cormac, the last touch came off Lutz, and it's a Rovers throw in, and Dean is going to look for Dean Kelly's feet, and he finds Gary Twigg instead. Twigg flicks it on beautifully for Dean Kelly, and no! Dean Kelly once again to judge to a foul Jorgensen, but once again he was just stronger than Jorgensen. Jorgensen fell over as soon as there was any contact. So free out here. Push forward, flicked on. Oh, and and there's nothing wrong with him. So free in here to Robert. Sorry, throw into Rovers. Pat Sullivan to take it. And looking for the flick on from Dean Kelly. Well done, Conor McCormick nips in and wins that, and looks at the run at Gary Twigg, and the defender slipped and Twiggy's inside. That's a very clever ball, which Enda Stevens can get to. Well done, Enda. And it's Billy forced back inside, plays a decent ball in. Gary Twigg attacking it. Comes to the edge of the box and Finn can nip in and win that. Well done, Roland Finn. Gets it back to Enda. Enda's cross is blocked down, but a great touch by Roland Finn. Keeps the ball in play. He's been fouled there. And Enda looks to take the ball by, but it's Rovers throw in. Needs a bit of movement there. Look at that space. Goes for Billy. Billy holds the ball up, does well. Little step over. Fools himself, I think, more than defender, but he's got away again, Billy. And he's being fouled. But well done. Oh, that's. Give it to him. Oh, no, give it to him. Where you're facing. But well done again, and Conor McCormick can nick in and win that. And finds Enda Stevens. Enda Stevens for Gary Twigg. And Dean Kelly's in behind her. Dean Kelly. And it gets away. Oh, and just wide by Dean Kelly. His control wasn't great. He took him kind of wide. He hit it on his left. He managed to get it by the keeper, but it just kind of tricked it by him, and it wasn't on target. And just rolled just by the far post there. But good work again by Rovers. So, played forward, won again by Craig Civez. Just won't drop to Finn in midfield. Is that online? So, Finn doesn't get a call. It's flicked on here, and Billy Dennehy can get onto that. Well done, Billy. And a chance for Billy to have another run again. And we're back. So, but great work by Billy to try close that down. Awake. Well done, Craig Civez. And he can come away. And needs a simple option here. Under pressure, finds Billy Denny, finds and Craig Civez is away down the left here. And he jumped away out of the tackle, and he's out of position here now. And the ball's still in play here, and Rovers have stopped. And Ronan Finn back in, putting pressure on here. Get to playing, and it's out for a Florida Talent throw in. They're halfway inside the Rovers half. We're going to have another substitution here. It's Dean Kelly who's going to come off. And Dean Kelly's had a really good game here tonight. And it's Gary McCabe. So it. So just be passing out there. Just say hello to Alex Lynch, who's watching in Bulgaria, and that's from his uncle Mark. So how's it going, Alex? Hope you're enjoying the game. I do requests now apparently, as the ball comes across here now. But once again under no pressure. It's I think it was number 19. So it's going to be Enda with the throw in here, just looking for an option in front of him. Twig does really well to turn and tries to put Finn away, but the ball's played forward here and a nice little touch. But Gary McCabe can close that down. And Gary McCabe will onto that. Jorgensen under pressure, forced to pedal back, has to go back to his keeper. His keeper being closed down now and can only put the ball out of play. Good work by Rovers. Good pressure by Gary McCabe on Jorgensen, like forced the error in the first place. And that's a great throw in, finds Gary Twig under pressure. And it's the draw. Gary McCabe just couldn't get his foot to that there. As Civez wins that, but Talon have men forward here in midfield, and there's a chance for them to break here. A little bit slow, comes back inside here, and they look to switch it wide, and Enda Stevens is there, and Enda does well, and Stephen O'Donnell get onto that now, and Stephen O'Donnell is away here down the left hand side, and look for Gary Twig. Twig controls it on his chest and lays it off here to Gary McCabe. McCabe with a chance to run here now. Oh no, we look to find Gary Twig, and it was poor. Civez comes in and wins that. Oh, well done, Stephen O'Donnell. Needs a little shout here now. A talk. Well done, Stephen O'Donnell. Talk to him.
Give him a call.
Off air? Right?
No.
Yeah. So,
Still going.
goes forward here on the number 11 there, who was Lutz was stretching to keep that in. It's gone out for a Rovers throw in. So it's back on here with Stephen O'Donnell, who gets it out to. And that's a great ball by Enda Stevens for Billy. And Billy's away here. And he looks to play it in first time under pressure, but can't keep it in. And it goes out for a Rovers throw in. Michael O'Neill wasn't happy with that. So it's a goal kick taken here. Little drop in. Sivez misses it. It goes over his head towards Lutz. And the ball comes off Pat Sullivan for a Florida Talent throw in. Jorgensen coming forward to take this. So no real options here for Jorgensen, but I don't think he minds. Played forward. Conor McCormick nicks in and wins that. Forward towards Gary Twigg. Gary Twigg bin. Referee! Gary being pulled all over the place there by Baranoff. He's put in the toilet. He hasn't really had a chance to do much, Twigg, but his work has been tireless tonight. He's dropping into them holes and picking up them balls, and he's been pulled all over the place, Gary Twigg, but he's done really well. And a great ball in here to Conor McCormick, who goes back to Craig Sivez. Sivez out here to Sully. Sully now looking for the run at Gary Twigg. Jorgensen up and wins that. Twigg wins that. Oh, and Finn can get onto that, but it's played up in the air, and Jorgensen has to deal with that, and he's done well. But Conor McCormick looking to get in and win that, and the ball's not going to play. Rovers need to be awake here. Sivez gets it back to Manis. Manis gets it to no man on now. Talk to Puck. Puck.
Somebody give him an option.
So Stephen O'Donnell here. Simple. Finds Gary McCabe. Gary McCabe for Gary Twigg. But it's Baranoff again to clear that. McCabe with the throw in finds Sully. Sully back to McCabe. McCabe, decent ball in. Gary Twigg. How is he offside? How is he offside? So it's going to be a free out here to Florida Town. I don't know how Gary Twigg was offside there. There seemed to be about 3 Florida Town players behind him was played. So the goal kick once again won by Craig Sivez. Gary McCabe can get onto that. Does well. Steps aside. Gets it back to Sully. Sully goes long for Twiggy. Twiggy comes off the head of the defender. And that's going to go out for a Rovers corner. So a chance now for Rovers to put a good ball into the box. So looks like we might have Gary O'Neill coming on here, getting instructions from Jimmy Gilton.
What the hell is that?
What are you doing? Oh, Sully! Sully tries to knock the ball over the head of but once again, Rovers giving Florida Talent everything they've. A foot in there by Ronan Finn, deemed to be a foul. But another short corner, and it is going to be that substitution. It's Stephen O'Donnell who's going to come off, and it's Gary O'Neill who's going to come on. So I wonder, are we going to see maybe O'Neill pushed up a little bit further with Twigg playing in behind him, or the other way around, maybe. What? But we're going to restart here with this free kick from Jorgensen, taken quickly. And good work by Gary Twigg. Not making it easy, and O'Neill can push on there. Stay there, Twiggy, stay there. So a chance here now. And the ball's run out of play there. So, and good ball inside to Ronan Finn. Ronan Finn steps inside beautifully. And lays the ball out here for Billy. Chance for Billy. Gets the ball back to end it. Oh no! Now once again. And Conor McCormack in and wins that. Well done, Conor McCormack. Too much hesitancy there. The ball should have gone in first time. But awake! Look at this. So, ball flicked on there. Well won by Craig Civez. McCormack beaten in the air. Ken O'Man knocks it forward. Up in the air. Defender loses it in the referee! And the ball played forward here again. I don't step off him. It's a decent ball through here now. Chance here for Florida Talent. Comes to the edge of the box. Smacked. And out for a corner. Good work from McCormack to block it down there. But once again, Rovers, our own worst enemies, messing about. Not doing the simple thing. So it's corner here for Florida Talent. Chance to get a decent ball into the box. There's a lot of men forward. And it's cleared. Breaks at the edge of the box. Oh, and just takes the deflection. And that was a real chance there for the substitute, Hannes Anner. It broke him in the edge of the box. He was under pressure. He got a shot away, but it took a deflection. So, Talent again with the corner. Another decent ball in, but Alan Mann, slow down, slow. Referee! So, Alan going to go long this time. And the Rovers have runners here if Twiggy can win this. Breaks to Ronan Finn. Billy should be wide. Johnson now for Billy. Oh, Billy. He was no way, he couldn't whip it in from there. And that's a great ball. Well done, Gary O'Neill. Put the ball in, Gary, put it in. Finds Gary McCabe. Oh no, Rovers! And McCabe was caught as he laid the ball off there. And that has to... One to Turner, yeah. So I think Gary McCabe's going to fancy a chance from here. He's asking for his 10 yards. I'm not that frightening, Rops. So, Gary Twig! Oh, but it's cleared off the line there. Well won, Ronan Finn. Drops to O'Man at the edge of the box here. Under pressure, but he doesn't come away, Ken O'Man, and he's away inside! Referee! And it's blocked down. Look, great work by Ken O'Man. But it's and a chance for them to break here, and that's worked out well. And it's the wrong option there. They'd men over there. One he is. And then they can just nod it back to Alan Manis. Great work there by Ken O'Man. He had his jersey pulled, most definitely, I thought, as he got back inside the box there. But I don't think the referee is going to give us anything here tonight. Anything 50-50 has gone Florida Talon's way. As the ball comes... Referee! Well done, linesman. So, I think we're... So it's... Oh, jeez, that doesn't make my life any easier. It's Henry... It's Henry on here, on fire, hands on here. Thought I was going to get one of the difficult ones off. So it's going to be Gary McCabe, I think, with this. Great ball in. Oh! Comes to Finn, the edge of the box, and he steps. And it's Gary McCabe here. Gary McCabe can have a run. And he looks to play the ball in. Billy Denny! Never! How is he offside? Another dodgy offside decision there, I thought. So it's continue with free out here to Florida Talent. for that offside. So knocked in there. Sully beaten in the air, but the flick on is cleared by Craig Sives, and now for a Florida Talent throw in, about halfway outside the Rovers half. 2 balls on the pitch, so we're going to have to wait here. So it's going to be Jorgensen with the throw in here. Down the line, cut out by Gary McCabe, knocked forward for Gary Twig. Twig gets his head in it and finds Gary O'Neill, who gets a great little touch to find Enda Stevens. Well done, Gary O'Neill. Stevens now has an option in there in round with Finn. It's not a great pass. Finn forced back to Oman. Oman out here to Craig Sives. Sives to Sully. Sully goes long looking for Gary O'Neill. O'Neill beaten in the air, but that'll drop into midfield, and a good work. And chance now, Ronan Finn tracking back, and the ball over the top, and that's too much for what's his name? For Lutz, and it's out for a Rovers throw in, which Sully will take. But McCormack to Ken Oman gets the ball out here to Enda Stevens. Stevens has Conor McCormack. McCormack's touch isn't great, and giving the ball away again. Rovers drops into midfield here, but goes back all the way to the front, and it's played inside to midfield, but a mistake there. And Ronan Finn here, breaking away, a real chance here now for Rovers. They've numbers over, and it's Gary O'Neill. It's not a great ball. O'Neill pulled it back. Oh, but just couldn't find Gary Twig, and we're going to have 4 minutes of time added on here.
James called at 5,300 attendance.
So the throw in taken, McCormack back to Ronan Finn. Ronan Finn, lovely little drop of the shoulder. And Ronan Finn is danced away from 4 players. And Gary O'Neill looks to play the ball, the little 1-2. And Conor McCormack can nick and win that. And Enda does well, but he's not going to be able to come away with it. And it's knocked back. It's knocked forward. No problem to Ken Oman. And the little flick by the defender only finds Gary McCabe. Gary McCabe going to have a referee! So it's a real chance here for Rovers as we move into time added on. Free kick, 25 yards out from goal. So it's actually Gary McCabe who's lining this up. The wrong side for Billy, innit? So a chance now for Rovers. It is going to be Belly stepped away. It is Gary McCabe who's going to hit this. Oh, and he flashes it just wide of the far post. A really good effort by Gary McCabe. I think the goalkeeper would have had it covered if it was on target. But it was a really, really good effort by Gary. And just wide of the far post. That would have been the icing on the cake there for Rovers. So the goal kick by Paddock goes straight out for a Rovers throw in. And Rovers want to get this taken quickly. Rovers would like to get a second goal here if they can. Twig bit all over Twig. Knocked forward. It drops in on a chance now for Talent to break here. Rovers just need to be awake. Well read, Ken Oman. Enda Stevens flicks it on there but didn't get a call. But well done again, Billy. Well done, Gary O'Neill finds Ronan Finn. Finn finds Gary McCabe, who turns into trouble but finds Finn. Great work by Finn and Gary Twig. Gary Twig into the box here. Gets the ball. Oh no, he tried to put it to the back post, but he's overhit it and it's gone wide. Great work again by Ronan Finn. He just goes by his players like they're not there. And he put Gary Twig away down the right. Twig cut back into his left. Tried to put it into the back post, but completely overhit it and it's gone out for a Florida Talent goal kick. So knocked forward. Once again, Ken Oman finds Ronan Finn. Ronan Finn, forcing Sully to work. Unlucky there by Pat Sullivan. Well, Ronan Finn finds Gary Twig. Gary Twig finds Billy Dennehy. Go on, Billy. So Billy just waiting for Enda to come up, and his pass is poor, but Enda can still get onto that, and he's done well. Enda. He's got Conor McCormick behind him. Conor McCormick under pressure. His attempted cross is blocked down there by the substitute Hannah Zanier, and it's out for a Rovers throw in, which they'll look to get taken quickly, but there's no movement. Looks for great work, Gary O'Neill, but once again his attempted cross is blocked down, and a throw, a chance for Rovers to get the ball into the box here with Enda Stevens. But I don't think Enda has a long. Just put the ball into the box. Oh, great. Finds Billy. Billy back to Enda. And it's put it in. Oh, Jesus. Go on, Enda. And he plays the little back heel for Billy. And Billy's able to get onto that, but he's right down in the corner. It's going to be. And the referee blows his whistle, and that's full time here at Tala. And the final score is Shamrock Rovers 1, Flora Tala 0. And Rovers record their first victory in the European Cup / Champions League. Wasn't the most convincing of victories. They were the better side on the night, Rovers. As I said, anything Flora Talon got, Rovers gave to them. Little slips in concentration, little lacks of communication. And if Rovers can cut that out of the game, you'd have to think that they can go to Estonia and finish this tie off. But good performance by Rovers. Both teams know a little bit more about each other. So maybe the tie in Talon won't be as cagey as this one was. But Rovers have to be happy taking a lead into this. Any sort of most people will tell you the main priority is not to concede. Rovers haven't conceded at home. They've got a goal to take away with them as well. So given that we went to Tel Aviv last year and got a win over there, you have to think that Rovers can go to Estonia and get something out of that game and progress to the next round. But tie still very much in the balance at 1-0, and I think Flora Tala won't be too disappointed considering the dominance that Rovers had in this game. So I'll see some of you in Estonia, I'm sure, anyone who's travelling. And thanks for everyone who tuned in tonight. I think it's the most we've ever had. It's a bit daunting, like talking to nearly 3,000 people all over the world, but so thanks for tuning in, and hope you enjoyed the game, and I'll talk to you all again soon. Cheers, thanks a lot, bye bye.
Thanks very much for that, Unser. So comfortable enough for Rovers in the end. Few dodgy moments in the second half, all right, but we'll certainly take 1-0. I was talking to Con Murphy from RTE before the game, saying that yeah, we'd definitely take 1-0 beforehand, and that's what we got. Hoops fans would have to be fairly confident for their trip to Tallinn, but as we've seen, there's plenty of potential in the FC Flora team, and nothing really can be taken for granted, especially in an away leg. So it's still going to be a very tense game in Estonia. Well, hopefully Rovers will prevail. Alan Mann is just leaving the pitch now to a standing ovation from the Rovers fans. Didn't have the greatest game in Derry on Friday, it's fair to say, but saving that penalty in the first half certainly has redeemed himself for that. Attendance here in Tallinn tonight was 5,300, and online we had about 2,800 there near the end. So nearly 8,000 people watching the game. Thanks very much, of course, to the fans from Estonia who tuned in to watch it, and also the other League of Ireland fans, regardless of who you were trying to follow. Well, thanks very much for joining us. I think that really goes to show to the likes of RTE and Sotanta and the other media organisations who decided not to cover this live that, yeah, 3,000 people would have watched it, lads, and that's 3,000 people from just us doing promotion for it. Whoever says people aren't interested in League of Ireland and use that as an excuse to not promote the game and not show the game and instead focus on leagues in other countries, well, you know, shame on you, really. Right, well, it's time for us to sign off tonight. Thanks again, once again, to all of you for being with us, especially the other League of Ireland fans. Well, as I say, whether you were for or against us, and our friends from Estonia, we look forward to seeing more of the FC Flora fans next Tuesday evening in Tallinn. All the best. Talk to you then.